dance if we hold. Mais ou menos everyone. Don't be dance if we hold. No,
Mind everyone.
don't
Listen.
if we
Back ground for a safe touchdown, hopefully.
They are not seeming to care about it. Here we go, Booster what? They're not seeming to care about it on the tech feed, but we can confirm and touchdown.
I think in a lot of ways, science and exploration is just innate to us as human beings. It's just part of who we are. In many ways, I think trying to explore space generates solutions to problems that we didn't even know we had.
Ignition. Liftoff of the Falcon 9 and Crew Dragon. Go NASA. Go SpaceX.
The International Space Station is one of humanity's greatest accomplishments so far, and it just shows what human beings can do when we work together. And we're going to accomplish some really amazing science.
I've signed up for a very large, all-encompassing medical study called CYPHER, and this is going to be critical as we start thinking about going for longer durations and farther places like the Moon and Mars. I don't think we grow if we don't challenge ourselves, and I can't wait to see what we discover during my career and for generations to come.
Good morning, afternoon, or evening, if you can hear me clearly. Welcome to the Crew-11 coverage by me, ThatSpaceDogeGuy. I will bring you live coverage here for the launch, which is about to happen in just... Let me just check. Where's the countdown? There it is. 1 hour and 26 minutes from now. We apologize for the little delay on the stream. I had some stuff to do. So... if you don't know by now, I'm the organizer and host of this channel. I do everything on this channel, pretty much, with streaming. Yeah, well, except some launches, although that's now going to be by me again. You're looking at a live view here of the spacecraft, the Falcon 9 rocket, where the 4 astronauts are already on top, ready for launch. Everything seems go for launch at this point, so let's hope that will be the case with 1 hour and 26 minutes to go. There was a 60% go called for today's launch, so let's hope that it will launch today. The skies look clear, so far, but you never know. Yesterday it was also clear at that point, and then an hour later it was absolutely disgusting with clouds. So that you never know what happens. That's pretty much what I want to say here. So once again, you're looking at live coverage here of the Falcon 9 rocket. Yes, we have the clean feed again. Everything is set for the launch so far as I know it. So yeah, we're still looking good for that launch at something 47. I forgot again. I believe it was, let me just take a look here for you. 5:40, or I should say 3:43 p.m. UTC, which is 11. Give me a second here. Which was, yes, 11:43 a.m. Eastern time. So let's hope that this launch will go as planned and not scrub or anything. Of course, weather concern 40%. So I believe it's because of the wind or the storm's picking up again, but you never know, because it's always weird around California, or I mean Florida. Well, California too. Yesterday we saw some fog on the Starlink mission. Well, I didn't stream it because we had some streaming issues, but we're back on track here, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So beautiful views from the spacecraft. That's going to be launching the 4 astronauts on board. This is the Endeavour capsule, the Crew Dragon capsule. Flight 6 already. It even supported Demo 2 Endeavour, so it's a pretty important milestone as well for the booster, which is going to be landing on landing zone 1 for the last time ever on landing zone 1. It's landing zone 1's final landing that it will be taking before landing zone 1 gets probably replaced or completely removed. I don't know. So that's the rocket you're seeing on your screen. I even have a better shot of this from KC Newsroom. Thank you so much for staying live, so I at least have some views to look at before this launch. And of course, the NASA feed here. Everything's still looking good for launch. The 4 astronauts are suited up here, and yeah. Today's booster will be B1094. It will be its 3rd flight, previously missioned on Axiom 4 and Starlink Group 12-10. So pretty interesting 2 past flights here, and this will be the 3rd flight of B1094, hopefully supporting more missions. And this will be its 95th Falcon 9 mission of 2025 and the 513th Falcon 9 mission overall, if you count all Falcon 9 missions including Starlink. Today's Falcon 9 rocket will be launching from the Kennedy Space Center in Florida on Launch Complex 39A. And it will be launching northeast direction, trying to catch up with the International Space Station, which will be happening in a few days, the docking. So yeah, and for SpaceX overall, it will be its 98th mission of 2025 and the 538th mission overall of all SpaceX launches, including Falcon 1, Falcon Heavy, Starship, and even the SN 8 and 10 launches, I believe. And yes, for 2025 orbital launch attempts, it will be its 170th orbital launch attempt for every single rocket that is available. So I believe we also have what's it called? Sorry, my bad. I believe we also have the countdown net here, the mission control audio, which will be here. I hope so. Sadly, we do not have any other commentators today. If we do still, by any possible chance, we will of course update you on that. As you know by now, maybe the Crew-11 launch was previously scheduled for yesterday, but was scrubbed because of some cloud, from storm clouds picking up. So, sadly, that was the case. But hopefully we can get a launch in now. With just 1 hour and 20 minutes to go. Here are the astronauts suited up and ready for the launch. They've been suited up since about an hour ago, actually. So they are just sitting there, but still having to do pre-launch checks, of course. They are not going to do nothing for the next 1 hour and 20 minutes. They still have to do some stuff. I think they do. So, beautiful views from the astronaut capsule here. You can see it perfectly. Now going back to the rocket. That's ready for launch. There it is. This is actually the next to the rocket here. As you can see, is the Starship Tower. You can also see it, but I meant the crew access arm. And this supports for crew missions like this one, for the astronauts to get in the rocket, because there's no other way you can get in the rocket except this one. But except if it lands, they have other stuff for that. Let me actually turn on the countdown at the mission control audio, so you can actually hear it once anything happens. Let me also update the countdown, because you might have seen, or not, because you cannot see the countdown icon. Just be... There you go. So, let's pray that it won't be scrubbing this time. Beautiful views from the Falcon 9 rocket here, just waiting on its liftoff at, I believe, I forgot again, 3:43 p.m. UTC. So not 3:30 like I saw in the chat just a bit ago. It is indeed going to be the time that I just said. You can see beautiful view of the Falcon 9 rocket preparing for its liftoff. Amazing views from the NASA team here. As you can see, awesome. So, I've pretty much told you now about every single step in this mission. Or step, I haven't, but every single part of Falcon 9 and SpaceX's missions, Falcon 9's missions, and the booster and capsule missions. So once again, Crew-11, the astronauts, if you don't know by now, there will be 4 astronauts in there. One of them is Commander Zena Cardman and pilot Mike Fincke, and mission specialist Kimiya of Japan's JAXA, and Oleg Platanov of Roscosmos. Here you can see better view of the crew access arm and the capsule, the crew capsule. This is the 11th operational crew rotation mission of a Crew Dragon spacecraft to the International Space Station. So it's going to be very interesting. Of course, low Earth orbit, like how the ISS is, and we'll be catching up with the ISS, and we'll be docking. It will be docking tomorrow. Is that true? Will it be docking tomorrow at 9:12 a.m.? Because if that's so, that's really fast. But I don't know if it still needs to update or not. If it does, then not bad. But okay, I guess that's pretty quick though. Are we sure? Okay, we'll see. We'll see probably. At the moment, 1 hour and 60 minutes before launch, nothing really is going on at the moment. Pretty calm in mission control, as it should be now. It won't be in approximately a couple of minutes when stuff is gonna start happening, and one of these events is the reactors I'm retracting, and I will guide you through all the steps that will be happening today, so don't worry about it. We'll get everything mentioned. Once again, you're looking at a live view here of the SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket ready for launch in just an hour and 50 minutes from now. Beautiful views here. Pretty much nothing we talk about. There's a helicopter surrounding the Falcon 9 rockets. Of course, it's pretty normal at this point. We're hearing some sounds in the background. Not sure what that is. Could be anything. Well, that's lowering down now. Not sure, it was probably something expected to happen. You never know. Let me check the NASA coverage here. Give me a second. There you go. There we go. SpaceX live coverage. What? 2 times speed? We are seeing some venting going on here, preparing for the box load, propellant load start. I believe for people watching this stream, we have as much delay as on the NASA coverage.
Maar echt, dat zijn de twee geweest en ik vermoedde al dat jij een opdracht van BV kunt wacht even. Wat zeg je ook nog? Maar ze zijn de twee geweest en ik vermoedde al dat jij een opdracht van BV kunt.
Dragon SpaceX for a weather status update.
Dragon's ready to copy.
Alright, it's same as before, no significant change. We are continuing to monitor, but we're staying at that 40% probability of violation right now. Everything's looking clear at the pad for now, and also in the staging area. We'll let you know if that changes. I also have one request. It looks like MS2 has his feet out of the dovetail sliders on the footrest. We're coming up on an hour, so would like to get those back in.
Dragon copies. Good news on the weather. We're still about the same as previously, 40% chance of violation. And copy all, we are all tracking for MS2, and as briefed, you will be getting them back in the sliders prior to T-minus 1 hour and prior to starting Section 5.
Okay, core copies.
Sorry for that quietness there. We just heard that the weather is still on 40% of violation. Let's hope that it will be clear for the launch, because I do not, well, this time I did not wait 5 hours, but that was not on purpose. If it scrubs again and it's going to be tomorrow, then we will stream the full 5 hours. This was just because of some private matters that happened today. Now with 1 hour and 8 minutes to go, everything's still looking normal. The weather, from what I'm seeing, looks fine. Of course, the rocket is launching northeast. If there's any weather violation between that and the clouds, then that's going to be made sure.
SpaceX Dragon, foot restraint check complete.
SpaceX copies. Thank you.
Okay, so some foot stuff, restraints, that's now cleared up and done. I'm actually gonna start calling the Discord server now. Wait, never mind, I'm not. That was a assault. For the people just joining us, you're looking at a live view of the Kennedy Space Center in Florida, where the Falcon 9 rocket will be launching in just 1 hour and 6 minutes from now. Everything's still looking good for the liftoff, like I just mentioned, so we should see that liftoff happen. There is a 40% violation chance, so let's just hope that 40% doesn't ruin our launch today, of course, attempt today, because it's 60% go, which should be fine. As you can see, some strong back venting going on. Probably some chill down going on before the launch load will start. That is in a couple of minutes. Half an hour from now. We'll, of course, run you down through every single event in this mission, starting from T-minus 45 minutes with go for prop load. Or at least every single step in the mission, which next spaceflight says, so not with 100% certainty. About 17 minutes, we should see a call out maybe for prop load, go for propellant load. If we get that call, then we're gonna continue with the launch attempt, which is gonna be real good. As you can see now, some venting on the Stromback. Okay, give me just a second here.
Dragon SpaceX, cycling orbit tank isolation valves to equalize low flow pressure.
Dragon copy.
Now coming up to 1 hour before launch. From looking at this stuff now, we're still looking good for the launch. We should see that go for propellant load at T-minus 45 minutes. The crew arm will retract at T-minus 42 minutes, and the abort system will be armed at
SpaceX, your go for section 5. When ready, report go for launch.
At T-minus 39 minutes. Let's...
Dragon copies, go for section 5 and Wilco.
Listen. Alright. Section 5, whatever that is, looks good. Looking very good at the moment. With just an hour to go until launch. This is NASA Mission Control. This is well referred to Houston Control Room. Here's where things get monitored. You can actually see the space shuttle and the Apollo. You can slightly see the Apollo.
Dragon, go for launch.
SpaceX copies. Dragon crew is go for launch.
The crew is ready and go for launch. Good news. So they are ready at their point, at their standpoint. They are ready. It's now just up to the rockets and the weather to make up for a beautiful launch day. The main concern right now is probably the weather, because it seems that the rocket is still healthy, because we're still at 60% go for launch, which is not really the best, but it is what it is. So let's just hope for that launch today. As we continue to look at Mission Control East. Alright, we're gonna take a little coverage break here. We will be back around T-minus 30 minutes, the same as we were last time. So, we'll be back. We don't have music on, but you can listen in to the audio mission control, the counter nets from SpaceX and the crew. So just enjoy that. We'll be back at T-minus 30 minutes, which is in approximately also 30 minutes from now. So see them.
for propellant load and launch is complete. Stand by for briefing on control room procedures. For all operators at MCCX and Hangar X, both control rooms will go into lockdown at T-minus 45 minutes and will remain in that state until LES is disarmed. All operators are to remain at their console and maintain a sterile cockpit until MD confirms successful disarming of the launch escape system following orbital insertion or propellant offload in the event of a scrub. For non-urgent no-go conditions, brief the CE or LD and they will approve aborting the count. For urgent issues affecting the safety of the operation, operators shall call hold on the countdown net. Launch control will abort the launch auto sequence immediately and proceed into launch abort. At T-minus 10 seconds, launch control will be hands-off and relying on automated abort criteria for the remainder of the count. Operators advise launch director whether structural breakup or fire is imminent or occurring per Dragon manual flight escape rules. Launch control, you may proceed with arming the crew arm for movement.
Arming crew arm now. Crew access arm retraction started. Crew access arm retraction completed.
Dragon SpaceX, you are go for Section 6, close visors and arm launch escape system.
Copy, go for Section 6, closing visors and arming launch escape system. SpaceX, Dragon, visors closed, arming launch escape system.
SpaceX copies.
Launch escape system is verified armed.
Dragon copies.
Falcon 9 tanks are venting for the starter propellant load. The launch auto sequence has started.
Alright. Okay. Good morning, afternoon, or evening. Welcome back to the live launch coverage, unofficial coverage though, remember, of Crew-11. We are just less than 30 minutes away of the launch with 4 astronauts on board. Everything is going as planned here. We're just looking at a decent weather at the moment, from my perspective at least. So we should be good for that launch in 30 minutes from now. If you're looking at live coverage once again of SpaceX's Falcon 9 rocket launching Crew-11 to the International Space Station in less than half an hour from now. Prop load has begun about 5 minutes ago, as you can see. And it is going as planned. So today will be the last launch, or basically the last launch of B-1094 landing on landing zone 1.
Start of stage 1 cryo-helium loading.
There we go. Good confirmation there. B-1094 won't be scrapped though, don't worry about it, but it will be the last landing on landing zone 1 for any booster. Because landing zone 1 will be gone after its 10-year history, even its first successful landing of an orbital class booster in 2015, which was 10 years ago. So, now we're just 28 minutes away. I will be giving you some rundown of everything that will be happening from now on. Of course, we don't know every single step, but I'm just going to give you it from the next space flight app here. So the next event, based on here what it says here, the next big event is liquid oxygen chill down, and that is actually described as the long vent. Coming from the Stromback, it will do a very long vent, as you may know by now. So that will occur at T-minus 20 minutes, and then the stage 2 LOX load will begin at T-minus 60 minutes, following engine chill at T-minus 7 minutes. So we're gonna have and then of course more events will occur in the countdown procedure, but we are gonna run you down of everything once that happens. So in just about 7 minutes from now, we should see what I just said, the liquid oxygen chill down, or described as the big vent. So you can see the rocket slowly filling up with liquid oxygen. As you can see on your screen, pretty cold gas is coming up from the rocket. That's completely normal. You can even see how cool that looks on the screen. We're hearing some pop sounds. I'm not sure what that is. Piece of frost, also called frost. That white cloud, frost on the rocket. And that is completely normal as it's filling with cold gases, and liquid oxygen is pretty cold, very cold. So that's why you see the frost on the screen. And it will slowly fill up and it will slowly be visible. Okay. And here we come up to the 25-minute mark, which I normally start my broadcast around that time, but not for crew missions or any mission, any mission that isn't, well, that is with astronauts, except Blue Origin, because Blue Origin is suborbital. But still very cool. So, just half an hour from now until that launch. So we should see the big vent in the next 6 minutes from now. Sadly, I do not have any co-host today, so I will be here alone to cover you everything on this mission. So today's rocket, as you may have seen already, is launching from the Space or Launch Complex 39A at the Kennedy Space Center in Florida, and it will be the 95th mission of 2025 for Falcon 9, and 513th mission overall of a Falcon 9 rocket. So it will be very interesting to see that lift off today. If it happens, it is 60% go, but it seems like we're getting through very nicely here. So here you can see the Crew Dragon Endeavor.
Start of stage 2 cryo-helium loading.
Stage 2 cryo-helium loading now confirmed. This is the Crew Capsule 206, Flight 6, even supporting Demo 2, Endeavour. And before this launch, it supported Crew 8, Crew 6, Axiom 1, Crew 2, and Demo 2. Demo 2 was back in 2020, which is already 5 years ago. Kinda insane, if you tell me. And like I said, it will be the final booster landing on Landing Zone 1 after supporting many historic missions across its 10-year history. So today's launch is at 3:43 p.m. UTC. This is 11:43 a.m. Eastern Time. So, Crew-11, the 11th operational crewed rotation mission of a Crew Dragon spacecraft to the International Space Station. And the crew on board today, astronaut commander Zena Cardman and pilot Mike Fincke. And mission specialist Kimiya of Japan's JAXA and Oleg Platanov of Russia's Roscosmos. So, pretty funny how they state here that there's one payload on board. Well, that payload is the crew capsule. There we see some helicopter or drone shot, I'm not sure. I cannot disclose them anymore because they are used way too often for any event, pretty much. So here's some, I believe it's helicopter shots based on the movement here. So beautiful shots there of the Falcon 9 rocket on your screen. In 3 minutes will be that big vent, as they call it. It is actually the liquid oxygen gel down to, in easy terms, as you may know already. So, stage 2 LOX load will begin at T-minus 16 minutes afterwards. 60% go for launch. Not sure how this is going to go. I believe, because of the overall percentage go for launch, we should get that launch here. It doesn't seem as heavy cloudy as it was yesterday at this point. Because yesterday at this exact point we saw more heavy clouds, as I should call it, as you may or may not have seen. So 22 minutes to go. We are getting ready for that launch here. Helicopter shot is, oh, I do see some gray clouds. That is not good. Look at this. Did you see that for a second? That was nice. That was not nice, sorry. Okay, that's pretty interesting. Did not expect that so quickly. Of course, weather is a key role in these launches, for sure, when there are astronauts on board, because that is more risk. Because the astronauts need to be safe at all costs, because you don't want them have any bad things happen to them. So now just 21 minutes to go until the launch of this Falcon 9 rocket for Crew-11, the 11th crewed rotational mission to the International Space Station. Oh yes, my viewers in chat, welcome everyone to the stream. Glad that you're joining us for this very special mission. As I will be going to the International Space Station, 4 crew on board. The Crew-10 spacecraft will also be returning a few days after this launch, on the 6th of August actually, which is on the Wednesday. It will be undocking from the International Space Station, and that is the previous mission, Crew-10, which launched, I think, beginning of 2025. Correct me if I'm wrong, let me just check. I was right. Crew-10, March 15th, 2025. So, it's now August 1st, and it's time for Crew-11. And we should see the big vent, and that is the big vent. So I just missed it there for a second. There it is. Absolutely amazing.
Stage 2, fuel load complete.
There we go. Stage 2 fuel load complete. I'm not quite understanding why it's not audio. We're just trying to do this. Maybe it's better. It's now it's mono audio, which you're gonna hear from now on. This is because the countdown isn't really, or the countdown net isn't really that set up amazingly. Just back on the view again. Amazing to see that big vent coming from the rocket. Also, amazing shot right here. This is the liquid oxygen chill down, which is of course planned. And we should see that stage 2 LOX load begin at T-minus 16 minutes, which is 2 minutes from now. Of course, this Falcon 9 booster has experienced many launches, the B-1094, previously launching on Axiom 4 and Starlink Group 12-10. So not many flights, I would say, because there are boosters who have 20 flights, which is absolutely insane. And yes, today's rocket will be launching northeast to catch up with the International Space Station. Of course, that's the destination of this mission, so that's why it's very important today. Once again, seeing beautiful views here of the rockets getting ready for that launch. Of course, very important mission. Not like your ordinary daily mission. It's pretty big chill down. Lasts a few minutes actually. And I'll see that right here. Just want to come back on this landing zone 1. It has supported so many flights. That's just absolutely insane. And yeah, here all of okay. Oh, 1 drone ship landing and 2 landing zone 1 landings. Does crew always land on landing zones? Because it's getting me, it's driving me insane, because, okay. Here, landing zone 1, landing zone 1, landing zone 1, landing zone 1. Oh, last time, a crew mission had a drone ship landing. The booster.
Stage 2 LOX load has started.
And there we go, call out. Stage 2 LOX load has started. Great news. We're going to see that happening too, as the rocket is
Dragon SpaceX 4 status update. Dragon and Falcon 9 are healthy, and we continue to load propellant. Weather is still our watch item. We are seeing some development in the area, so this is going to come down to a matter of time. We're going to keep an eye on it and continue marching towards T0, and we'll see if we manage to thread the clouds today.
Okay, Dragon copies. We've got a healthy rocket, healthy Dragon. Weather is continuing to develop. We'll keep going until we can.
I would say a slightly concerning message, because stuff is developing. You can probably see it in the background already going on. Not this background, that background. I'm seeing it. It's quite developing. And it's not going towards the launch pad, which I think is awesome. But I'm questioning this, which I don't want to do. I don't want to question things. So, let's wait and see. I really hope this isn't going to be a scrub, because then tomorrow I have to be live again for the third time for a Crew-11 mission. But I guess it's worth it, because, yeah, it's not really predictable, the weather, I guess. So, we're just coming down to 15 minutes. My hopes are lowering down, sadly, but that doesn't mean that it will be a scrub. Because you never know, it might still launch today. And if it does, that's awesome. So, let's see if they make it to the last minute again. The big point we're going to have to watch for is the LD go for launch. That's the final call they can give. And if that's go, then they're going to launch. Of course, they can still hold at T0. Because, yeah, that's how it goes. So, let's hope, let's pray that it will launch today. Of course, LD go for launch is pretty important, because it also checks out the weather, because it's only 45 seconds of time. And you can see weather in minutes. So, let's hope it launches. I really hope it does. So, as we look at the Falcon 9 rocket, still some clouds forming, which isn't the best sign. It was almost clear skies once we started the launch. Well, at T-minus 5 hours, it was pretty clear. Now, that's not the case. Yesterday, it was also the same issue, where it was completely clear, and at around this point, launch point, is when it started to form. Now, I did see rain. I did see rain at the launch pad afterwards, because after the stream I still stuck around for about an hour, because they were still live, of course, and I saw that it was quite raining there. So, let's hope, because if they're gonna launch now, it's for sure going to be storming afterwards. That's probably 80% sure it will. So, of course, this is an instantaneous launch window, which means this is the only minute they have. They cannot delay for any time today. Of course, they can delay 24 hours. The launch date will be earlier, though, expecting to be probably 3:30 around that time of launch, which is completely fine, of course. But I'm not sure. I'm really not sure, because the rocket yesterday was fully loaded. Somehow they detanked and went today. As you can see, that's going completely well. But I'm still concerned about the weather, like they are saying. Look at that. That is absolutely insane. I'm not sure, guys. Are you guys sure? Because look at that. That is absolutely insane. That's forming around the base of Cape Canaveral at Florida. So, I don't know. This is a big watch item we're looking at now. Because look at that weather. I'm concerned if it even will go, because look at that. Okay, I believe they can probably avoid this. Okay, look at that, yeah. Oh, it's clear, kind of clear there. Look at that cloud, that black cloud coming towards the launch pad. So the wind is coming this direction. And you can even see it here. Oh, it looks much rough here, I would say. But still, that is absolutely insane. I'm questioning if we're gonna get this launched today, because look at that. Of course, it's very unpredictable at this point. We need to see. That's, I think, why they hold it at T-minus 1 minute yesterday, because then at that time they saw that it wouldn't go. Because, of course, there are strict weather rules at SpaceX's Falcon 9 rockets. Of course, because there's crew inside, it's more risky. So, of course, you have to... that's a big watch item, of course. And the weather is not so great in July, around July, August, because it's 1st of August now. The weather should be at least a little bit better around this time of year. At least that's what I think. Maybe it's getting even worse at this point.
Dragon SpaceX confirmed crew displays are configured for launch.
Okay, I think he's just sick because he cannot speak.
Dragon displays are configured for launch.
Okay.
To our family, friends, all who support us at SpaceX, NASA, JAXA, Roscosmos, thank you. Spasiba, arigato gozaimasu. For this freedom to explore, resilience to endure, may grace fly alongside this endeavor.
Crew-11, from all of us on the ground, we've enjoyed working with you in preparation for your mission. We look forward to continuing to do so in flight. Good luck. Enjoy the ride.
T-minus 9 minutes until the launch here. I'm going to get the mic a little bit closer here now. We're getting close to the launch attempt, which means that we should be seeing the launch in just about 8 minutes, 9 minutes from now. But the camera has gone a little bit darker than 2 minutes ago. We're at the same exact weather point as yesterday. Now, we're questioning what will happen. We're gonna see. We're gonna see what happens. This is a big launch, guys, so you don't want to take too many risks. If it goes off course, that's a quite problem. But not to try to jinx it. But this could be a scrub because the weather isn't that best. But I assume we are gonna get this launch attempt going, even though it is 60%. Oh, it has changed though on the website. I'm seeing now 40. Oh, it was 40% go for launch for a second. Now it's back to 60. So we keep changing. We should see engine chill in a second. I'm actually absolutely scared because of the risk that they took yesterday. Oh, that's not good. Oh no. Look at that. Oh my god. It's getting even worse by the minute. Are they gonna... At the moment, it's just waiting and seeing. Looking. I meant not seeing.
Engine chill has started.
Engine chill has started. There we go. Good news. Strong back retract at T-minus 4 minutes and 30 seconds. I am still questioning this. But not to jinx it, guys, but I'm questioning this. Because it is a question. It's just a matter of when. Well, not when is it going to launch, but when is the weather going to be clear enough? I'm scared for this. We're going to see. We still have a few minutes left.
Stage 1, fuel load complete.
Stage 1, fuel load complete. We're here to see it, and in just 6 minutes' time, we hope to see a Falcon 9 launching from the Kennedy Space Center in Florida, Launch Complex 39A. All a matter of time now. We're gonna see it soon. And apologies if I went too close to the mic, by the way. It might be a little bit loud for y'all. And if that is the case, I want to apologize for that. But we're now back at this rate. We should see that launch here. The sun is back up, kind of. We can see the sun better, is what I wanted to say. 5 minutes. How exciting is this? But, of course, like we saw yesterday, anything could happen. So let's wait and see. 5 minutes. Here we go, 5 minutes. And the worst call out that we can see today, or that we can hear today, is hold, which we don't want to. Not to say that we do, but...
Falcon 9 tanks are pressing for strong back retract.
Alright, here we go. Strong back retract in a couple of seconds. There he is again. Nerdy voice. Sorry if I offended anyone. Check your mic. We're gonna see that strong back retract shortly here. The rocket is still configured.
Strong back retract has started.
For launch. Strong back retract is starting. We're getting this underway in a couple of minutes time if everything continues to be go for this launch, which it looks like it does, and we're gonna get to strong back retract as you can see now. And there it is, strong back retract. The clamp arms that are surrounding the strong back will now be retracting. Here we go, 3 minutes. I'm gonna report this to the Snapchat because I keep forgetting. Three minutes to go. Here we go. It's almost time. Crew-11, 4 astronauts are going up to the International Space Station. I've notified the channel 3 minutes ago. I'm actually gonna...
Stage 1, lock float complete.
Okay, we're gonna start up now because this is gonna be a critical point in the launch. The next couple of minutes are gonna be pretty critical for the launch day. We are seeing the strong back retract that has happened now, which is good news. 40% go.
In terminal count and on internal power.
Okay, 40% go for launch, it says on the next spaceflight app. So I am concerned, but let's find out because that 45-second mark can change everything today. Which we hope it does because we do not want to screw up again. So we should see that stage 2 launch slow complete in just 10 seconds from now. Yes, it is completed. Doesn't look like. Yes, it is completed there.
Stage 2 lock float complete.
There we go. Stage 2 lock float complete. We're getting closer and closer and closer to the launch. So I'm gonna be quiet now because things are starting to wrap up here, and I'll be back probably just after the launch. So
Dragon is in auto idle.
Let me just stay here for just 1 more minute. You'll see it go. Don't worry about it. I'll be quiet once it launches. Okay.
Ground gas closeouts. Expect loud venting.
Okay, you can hear the loud venting. I don't know if you still can hear me though after this venting here. I guess you can. Seems like it. It might be hard. We're getting there. We're getting there. So, T-minus 1 minute. I will now be quiet. We're getting further and further away than yesterday, which is very good. We're close to the launch. Falcon 9 startup. Here we go.
FTS is armed. Falcon 9 is in startup and is now controlling.
Dragon is in countdown.
Dragon, SpaceX, go for launch.
Okay, one more call out. Go for launch.
SpaceX, Dragon, go for launch.
Here we go.
$30 seconds. Seconds.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition. Engines full power and liftoff. Go Falcon, go NASA, go Crew-11.
Stage 1 Alpha.
Copy.
Vehicle is pitching downrange.
Stage 1 propulsion is nominal.
An absolute great launch. T plus 30 seconds into the flight. Everything is looking good as Crew-11 ascends to the International Space Station.
Stage 1 throttle down.
Power and telemetry are nominal.
Go on board of the rocket. We're coming up to max Q in about 15 seconds from now. Oh, we're already at max Q. That's quick. 1 minute into flight, we're already at max Q.
Falcon 9 is supersonic.
Hear that rumble. Everything going as expected. Of course, if anything goes wrong, there's the escape system. So don't be scared if anything bad happens. But look at that. That is absolutely insane. That is beautiful views from the rocket here as we go through the maximum thrust that the vehicle will experience. Next event will be main engine cutoff, following stage separation and second engine start. And then, of course, there will be a boost back burn because this booster will land for the last time on landing zone 1.
Impact chill has started. Stage 1 throttle down.
Here we go. Miko coming up.
Main engine cutoff.
Main engine cutoff here.
Main engine cutoff.
Stage 2 Alpha.
Stage separation confirmed.
Look at that.
MVAC ignition.
And MVAC ignition. There we go. Amazing views there. As we're now here, we're gonna see the boost back burn startup. There it is. You can see it on the background of the screen. There, not anymore. We saw it just a bit ago. Amazing shots from the second stage and booster as we ascend to the International Space Station. Of course, docking scheduled for, I believe, tomorrow, but it might be a few days. So next event after this will be the stage 1 entry burn, and that is very important because we're going to see stage 1 land today on landing zone 1. I want to actually take a look at the pad for a second here, just to recap on what a pad it is. It's clear between in just a few minutes. It's completely cleared. So of course, great to see that lift off. We're gonna get that replay in just a few minutes time, so don't worry about it. We're gonna get it, but after the events will occur, we're gonna get that
Dragon
replay.
SpaceX nominal trajectory.
Dragon SpaceX nominal telemetry. So everything is still going well. Let's now just wait here. The second stage is still burning normally, and that will be Seco in just a couple of minutes, 4 minutes from now will be Seco 1, and following a minute later, Dragon separation. Of course, there will be stage 1 events before, and after these events happen, we're of course gonna go to the replays here from the pad cam that I just showed with the strongback. Here it is. That's a single cam, by the way, because this is the completely clean feed, and this is one of the cams on the launch pad. So looking good right now. Coming up to
Dragon, SpaceX, nominal trajectory.
T plus 5 minutes. Here's some stuff in the background.
Dragon copy.
Yes, we're eating chip choy. There we go, 5 minutes. There's the booster, which will make its final landing on landing zone 1. The final time landing zone 1 will ever be used. Is beautiful shot from the booster. Here's where we saw the stage separation. This is a stage 1 cam still, because you can see it's connected to a line, cables and stuff. Pretty good. It's pretty mid quality. It might be because of the NASA feed we're seeing here. Coming up to 6 minutes past the launch.
Dragon, SpaceX,
Some
nominal
ice,
trajectory.
some frost coming off the rocket, as you can see. That's not aliens, guys. So that stage 1 will be landing here shortly. T plus 6 minutes now into the flight. Everything is still looking good. Booster landing is next up. We're gonna see it happen. So first up is the entry burn, which will be in 5 seconds from now. 5, 4, 3, 2. Of course, camera delay here. There it is. There we go. Stage 1 entry burn shutdown. Next up will be the landing burn and landing.
Dragon, SpaceX, nominal trajectory.
Dragon copies.
Alright, good news for the second stage. Let's see the landing burn. Landing on landing zone 1 for the final time. By the way, the click you're hearing is me turning on the microphone on and off. So here we go. We can turn.
Stage 2 FTS is saved.
Absolutely amazing. 2 in the middle. We have the successful landing of the booster, and the final time it will land on landing zone 1. That was awesome. So next up will be Seco in 40 seconds.
Stage 2 is in terminal guidance.
We should see Seco in 15 seconds from now.
Shannon.
Copy, Shannon. Seco.
There we go. Successful secondary cutoff. The final thing that will be happening now will be the Dragon separation.
Nominal orbit insertion.
Nominal orbit. Here we go. Good job. We're in orbit.
Copies.
This is absolutely amazing.
There
we go. Dragon separation in 15 seconds or so. Ten seconds now. Of course, camera delay is real. And there we go. Dragon separation confirmed. Dragon now. Next destination, the International Space Station. Awesome.
Dragon separation confirmed.
Dragon, Chief Engineer on Dragon to ground. Zena, Mike, Kimiya, Oleg, welcome to orbit. On behalf of the entire Falcon team, we thank you for flying with Falcon today and wish you a great mission. Dragon will take you from here. Over to Launch Director for a few words.
On behalf of the launch team, it's been an absolute honor working with you towards launch today. We wish you well on the rest of your mission, and we will be awaiting your safe return. Godspeed Endeavour, Godspeed Crew-11, and thanks for flying SpaceX.
Alright, and that concludes the first part of the mission. We're now going to look at a replay of the KC newsroom. Here's the launch.
And I have no emotion but joy right now. That was absolutely transcendent. Ride of a lifetime. Thank you. This has been an incredible honor. And it's my privilege now to pass us along to Mike with some additional words.
Boy, it's great to be back in orbit again. Thank you to SpaceX and NASA to get us here. What a ride. And Zena and Oleg, let me be the second to welcome you to your first orbit around beautiful planet Earth. Kimiya-san, Okayeri Nasai, welcome back. And to the ISS Expedition 73 team, the crew on board and our friends in MCC, we're on our way. Over to you, Kimiya-san.
Okay, thank you very much for everything. スパシバワンボイショーへありがとうございます。日本の皆さん、私も、10年ぶりに宇宙に帰ってきました。ISS でしっかりと任務を果たして一等星のように輝いて、日本の素晴らしいところを世界中の人に知っていただきたいと思います。ありがとうございます。Я передаю Олег-сан, пожалуйста.
Спасибо, Kimiya-san. Thank you very much. Arigato gozaimasu. And спасибо всем. I'd like for the beginning to say thank you very much, Roscosmos, SpaceX, and NASA for this unique opportunity to be here with my great crew. Дорогие друзья, находясь на космическом корабле и облетая нашу родную планету, я испытываю неописуемое счастье и восторг. Хочу выразить слова благодарности всей нашей стране, Соединенным Штатам Америки и России за эту уникальную возможность, а также Роскосмосу. Хочу выразить слова благодарности своей школе, в которой я учился, номер 103 в городе Челябинске, выразить благодарность Краснодарскому высшему военному авиационному училищу летчиков и 22-му гвардейскому истребительному авиационному полку, а также сотрудникам Центра подготовки космонавтов, кто искренне верил и болел за эту идею отправить меня в космос. Обещаю выполнить все поставленные передо мной задачи на отлично. Ура!
Crew-11, we copy all of your words. We are very excited for you to have reached orbit, and we will now proceed with getting you to the International Space Station. You have approximately 3 minutes left in this ground station pass if you'd like to introduce your zero-G indicator.
Copy all, Tremaine. Thank you so much. We'll get out our 5th crew member here in just a moment. This zero-G indicator honors a shared memory with our lead trainer, Paul Weiss. Mentors and team members who got us here through sacrifice of time and dedication. I hope we made you proud today. Thank you so much.
Dragon SpaceX, to summarize where we are with vehicle activation, we've had nominal dehumidifier activation and service section Draco checkouts. We're currently opening the nose cone.
Copies all, and we'll be ready for visors open with Incase activation complete.
Alright, this will be concluding our coverage here. I wanna thank everyone here for watching today's stream here. We will be back with docking coverage of Crew-11 in just a few days' time. So I wanna hope to see you there. Stage 1 has successfully landed for the final time on landing zone 1. For all boosters actually, for the final time. So yeah, that's gonna be it from me. If you want to continue watching this live coverage, you can of course go to NASA or SpaceX's coverage of this mission. It will have their commentary on it. So, I would like to thank you for watching, and we will be back for the next launch once it happens. So, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Don't be done if we hold.